The importance of national wildlife refuges in general is to protect public lands for future generations. These places are special and they're conserved for a reason. This refuge is great for all the wildlife habitats. This marsh here absorbs a lot of storm surge from hurricanes and tropical systems that come through. The beach nourishment project is vital to the refuge. We had areas where saltwater had come in, and we've seen areas that were degraded from that. We've restored 3 miles of beach so far, kind of our pilot project to look at the effects of the renourishment. Everything was very successful, so we're looking at doing another 17 miles. And we've seen tremendous response from migratory birds. We've seen our frogs come back, a lot of our anurans, and we're seeing freshwater plants in areas that we hadn't seen in 2 to 3 decades show back up.
I've always wanted to be a Marine. When I was a kid, I thought it was the best outfits in the world.
You want to be a Marine first off because you want to be the best.
I guess I wanted to do something different. I wanted adventure. In MARSOC and the Raiders of the Second World War, you always felt that you were one notch above anybody else.
Up here at the High Altitude Aviation Training Site, we teach what's called power management, which is basically flying in the mountains where the aircraft does not perform as well as it normally does at sea level. You're confined a lot more in your aircraft limitations and your pilot limitations. So we teach aviators how to work around those issues and accomplish their mission. We are the only school of our kind in the Department of Defense. We have the Air Force come here, the Navy comes here, the Marine Corps. We have a Coast Guard instructor on staff. We also teach our NATO allies and other allies around the world.
Right now, sitting here, I'm about 6,000 feet higher than I would be at home. So it makes a big difference. The air's thinner. The helicopter doesn't want to fly the way we want it to. It's kind of like starting all over again.
What Hillsdale brings to Washington is a deep understanding of principles, that principled statesmanship. I think that's where the Kirby Center is going to be focused. That's the people we're going to develop and teach.
We want to encourage statesmen to be more ambitious and to understand what, for example, are the achievements of Washington and Lincoln and Churchill, to name 3 extremely effective wielders of power who were deeply devoted to constitutional forms.
It's our history, too. We take it personally. Everyone has their traditions. Ours is hard work.